Well now, hello again, wanderers and midnight tea drinkers. I am Amelia, the woman who speaks softly and carries a big bucket of questions. If you are curled beneath quilt or poncho, press play and pretend my voice is the warm lamp on your desk. This book is brought to you by sonarplay.com, and if the kettle has boiled, pour yourself whatever steams. Picture this? The moon is flat, bro. Hiding behind clouds like it owes the sky rent. A guard named Eddie is pretending to be wide awake, while actually being more asleep than most bedspreads. He snores exactly like someone who has spent all day riding in circles, and thinks the world is made of gravy meanwhile. In a cramped back room that used to be somebody's pantry, our Mucker Billy Byrne sits trussed like a prize goose, wrists raw but spirit undefeated. The air tastes of stale coffee, old rope, and the particular silence that shows up right before something important breaks. We pause here, so I may sprinkle in a fact. A ranch office at 3 a.m. smells like bent paper clips and regret. If regret had perfume notes, they would be tobacco, horseshoe nails, and the lingering hint of pencil shavings. Out in the front room, Eddie stirs, blinks, remembers his rifle is on his lap, and promptly forgets it again. Outside, somewhere between the hitching rail and the horizon, a coyote disagrees with everything. Let her slide, smooth as butter on a hot skillet, to Barbara. She's pacing the veranda as though she could wear a hole straight down to China, if only she stamps hard enough. She is not wearing armor. But if you look closely, you will see she carries iron in her backbone and a splinter of thunder in her pulse. Every time she circles, she is recalculating how far pride is willing to walk before love knocks it down with one look. Her decision lands with a soft clink. Like a coin slotting home, she glides, yes, glides across the yard, past the sleeping chickens who have opinions, but no watches. In her hand she carries no sword, merely a silence sharper than any blade. Eddie is dozing upright, mouth slightly open, rifle drooping like a wilted flower. Barbara steps around him the way someone steps around a sleeping dog who might still bite. She knocks once on the door of reason. It creaks open into memory. There sits Billy, shoulders wider than the doorway, eyes older than the hills, and younger than tomorrow. He turns his head, and for the length of one heartbeat they are simply two people remembering who they used to be. Then the moment collapses back into disguise and accusation, and what if? But not before she sees the flicker, and she stores it like an ember. Words are exchanged, some sharp, some kind, all true enough to bruise. Barbara flinches, but does not break. She squares her shoulders the way a person squares the edges of a letter before sliding it into an envelope. She leaves without slamming the door, which is perhaps the loudest silence of the night. Back on the veranda, she breathes once, twice, 3 times, enough to steady her hands. She cannot falter now. Tomorrow they will take aim at dawn, and she cannot abide the idea of flowers laid on fresh graves. Plan forms like bread, rising, slow, unstoppable. She heads for the corral to find Brazos, the pony with more personality than most humans. Brazos, when located, is half asleep on his feet, eyelashes at half-mast like lace curtains, as though he has spent the day practicing ennui. He nickers softly when he spots Barbara, more a gentle question than complaint. "Why, hello, old friend. Fancy meeting you at this ungodly hour," she might say, except there is no time for pleasantries. She saddles him in the moonlit dark, cursing inventively under her breath every time the saddle tree bangs her shin or the cinch pin tangles with its own memory. Back at the office, Eddie slumbers on. The pistol slips from his lap like an afterthought. Barbara lifts it as though it weighs no more than a locket. She has never fired a gun in anger, but tonight she learns she could if the world pushed her that far. She sets the weapon down again in the same spot, so the balance of etiquette remains undisturbed. Then she opens the back room door with the kind of finesse usually reserved for safecrackers or lovers. Byrne looks up, sees the look in her eyes, and everything not said passes between them like silent thunder. She loosens his rope with careful fingers, fingers that want to linger, but do not dare. His whispered gratitude is wrapped in a kind of apology, but apology is currency. He can ill afford tonight. She hands him Eddie's revolver because he might need more than good intentions where he is going. They share a look that lasts approximately forever minus a sigh. He slips out the back like smoke under a door. Barbara closes the door behind him. Click! The sound is so soft, you could tuck it inside a lullaby later. When Eddie wakes, he will blink at his lap and wonder how he lost and found the same weapon in his sleep. But the thought is for later, for now. Barbara stands alone under the stars, wiping away the single tear that refuses to mind its own business. As the sky begins to blush with first light, she heads inside to face a father who will have questions, a foreman who will rage, and a heart that has just learned the difference between brave and foolhardy. Dawn edges over the mountains like spilled peach juice, and somewhere a rooster objects to the whole production. Back at the ranch gate, Byrne, Astri Brazos, salutes the rising sun with a two-fingered salute of pure bravado. He has no map, only mountains and the suspicion that love sometimes acts like a compass. We leave them here for the moment, at the hinge of tomorrow. When every choice is still a door, the wind smells of cedar, distant rain, and second chances. If you listen carefully, you can almost hear the land promising it will keep their secrets. Thank you for traveling with me tonight. The book continues, and so does the night, and so do we. If your kettle is still willing, pour another splash and stay warm. This is Amelia, signing off with sugar in her tea and adventure in her step. Wherever the road takes you next, may it lead to porch light and gentle laughter. Until then, keep your hat brim tilted against the dark and your heart open for sunrise.